All right, David, so this is going to be our tutorial on primary and secondary chords in a key, specifically the key of C. All right, so once again, the key of C, you know, has all white notes. Okay? This is the first degree, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, and back to the first. I can do a chord on each one of those. The chords that happen on the first, the fourth, and the fifth are the primary chords, and they are major chords. I don't have to say major. If I say C, F, G, it means major. The chords that happen on the second, the third, and the sixth are secondary chords, and they are minor, and I do have to say minor. So if I go up the scale, it's C, D minor, E minor, F, G, and A minor. I'm not going to the last one because it's not one of the primary or the secondary chords. All right, so, and you also know that when the chord is stacked up like this, it's called root position because the name of the chord is always the bottom note. And these are also known as triads because they're three-note chords. Any triad can be played root position, first inversion, where there's a gap on the top, second inversion, where there's a gap on the bottom. Okay? All right, so you already know how to do the primary chords. We're doing C, then G, then F, then C. Then when I do this one, it's going to be E minor. Now E minor has these three notes, but I'm playing this one down here, so it's second inversion, okay? Then, and it's B, E, G, all right? Then I'm going to play, and by the way, this is the 3 chord in the key of C, 1, 2, 3. So it's E minor, the 3 chord. Now I'm going to play A minor, which is the 6 chord, and I'm going to play first inversion, C, E, A, all right? Then I'm going to play D minor, which is the 2 chord, and I'm going to play it in root position, D, F, A, all right? Then I'm going to play a G7. The easiest way to do it is just to change this note to this note. So that'll be your G7 chord. You learned so far that you can just keep this in position for the primary chords, all right? But when you do the secondary chords, I'm going to skip down. My thumb is not going to be on G, it's going to be on E, all right? When I play the E minor chord, I'm going to be playing E. So when I do this, I'm playing the E with my thumb. When I play the A minor chord, I'm going to play A. When I play the D minor chord, I'm going to move down 1. And when I play the G7, I'm going to play G. So my left hand is actually playing the name of the chord, all right? So when you start the primary chords, you've got your fingers in the C position. When I go to the secondary chords, I skip down and I play E first, then A, then D, then G. All right, so if I do the whole thing, and then your first goal is count to 4 for each one of them. So if I start with the primary chords and I go C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, D minor, 2, 3, 4, G7, 2, 3, and back to C, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. So I would say, you know, the rhythm of keeping the 1, 2, 3, 4 is the absolute most important thing you can do, other than actually playing the correct notes. You know, the thing is, well, and to say 1, 2, 3, 4, the reason why we're counting to 4, we could count to 3. I could go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We can count to anything, but counting to 4 is the most common time signature. And it's called common time for that reason. So, it's the agreement we make with each other, musicians, that, you know, so we can follow each other. If you just change when you feel like it, nobody can play with you. That's really what it comes down to, because we won't know when you're going to change. That's the basic thing, you know, and and once again, I will spell out the 3 secondary chords. E minor is B, E, G, with your 1, your 3, and your 5. When I go to A minor, these 2 are just moving up 1, but I'm going to change fingers on this one. So now it's C, E, A. Okay, when I go to the D minor, I don't have to move my hand, I just bring my thumb up and play D, F, A. And when I do the G7, I just, instead of A, I play G. D, F, G. Okay? And yes, then the idea is get so you can count to 4, and then you still have to count to 4 if you're going to, you know, make it more interesting. And so on. Literally, there are endless variations that you can do with it. So anyway, you know, the sound on this will not be as good. You know, I could only do it one way with an external mic that's picking up both the piano and my voice, and I will still have to sync that together with the camera, which I hope came out all right. So there you have it. All right.